I am a publisher, writer, editor, daughter, sister, auntie, dog mom, and many other things, including currently a cancer patient. But I am not a doctor or medical professional of any sort. What you are about to watch is an episode of my journey through cancer. I'm sharing my adventure with you in hopes that you'll find something here that's comforting and maybe even inspiring. This video is not intended to provide any sort of diagnosis or treatment plan. Please go talk with your doctor for professional medical advice. Day 22 since my cancer diagnosis. I spent most of the day in really enormous pain, not anything to do with the cancer, to do with my back, which I put out either moving furniture when we moved my mother into a long-term care facility last week. So it's been almost 5 days of pain from this. Although the chiropractor agreed with me that quite possibly a lot of this is the fact that I'm just very tense. My muscles are tensed. I have cancer, and I'm fearful of what comes next, the treatments, what's going to be done to my body in order to keep it a viable one. The chemo, the idea of being nauseous for 2 days straight scares me. The drugs going into my body that will kill the cancer cells, but also kill healthy cells, scares me. The radiation, I haven't had my first meeting with the person who's going to be doing my radiation therapy, and I wonder about the unknown of that. And again, I usually am really great about looking things up, and I am unable to do that in this case because I'm afraid to read worst case scenarios and then not be able to sleep. My sleep has been a little bit better. So I'm taking the news in chunks, bits as it's given to me, and researching from there. So I completely believe that part of this pain that I'm suffering in my back has to do with being tense and carrying my tension and my fatigue across, sort of underneath my shoulder blades, across where my bra line goes is where the pain is. I was adjusted today. The chiropractor did give me an adjustment, and it felt great. Afterwards, chiropractic adjustments always feel great after they're done. They're a little scary, and I've been going to chiropractors for years, but they're still a little scary when they first happen, when you're being manipulated, and then they feel great. And he also gave me electronic stimulation, which involves putting, in my case, 4 electrode patches, 2 underneath my shoulder blades and 2 a little lower on either side of my spine. And then a very gentle electric current runs through completes the circuit, and this gentle electrical current runs through you, and it makes the muscles contract, and this contraction helps stimulate the blood flow that will help the muscles heal. And lucky me, I'm still hooked up to the electronic stimulation machine. This is my control pad. I'm not going to show you the back where I'm hooked up with the pads, but I can wear this on my belt. And I'm to wear it during the day and take breaks and do a 20-minute session with it, stimulating the muscles. I don't know if it's working yet. I still feel pretty in not great shape. But I'm hoping that some sleep tonight, combined with the electronic stimulus and the
adjustment today will help me sleep. But I'm going to reiterate something I said in my last video, which is it's hard enough to deal with cancer. So you have to do everything you can do to kind of clear the road so that you're not dealing with other physical issues. I will be taking you along to the dentist with me because I had my teeth cleaned before this, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the diagnosis. And the dentist found 2 tiny little cavities, which I haven't had a cavity in 40 years. But there are 2 tiny little ones, and they have to be filled before I begin treatment. Little things like that need to be dealt with so that your body is in the best shape it can be to handle the what's going to be done to it. So I'm going to try to relax a little bit, try to get my mind off of the things that are in my immediate future and concentrate on a couple days from now when I had planned to go on a long planned vacation with friends, and I'm excited about doing that. That's a relaxation that I need. But before I do that, tomorrow I go get my port installed, and then I have a PET scan on Wednesday. And the port installation is freaking me out because I'm going to have a portal into my body that people can put things with like a little manhole cover on it, which is an odd kind of thing to have on your person. And then the PET scan the next day is going to give us much more information about those errant cells they found in other parts of my body, and give us more insight into how to treat me. So I've done a few other things today that friends have asked me to do. I called Sloan Kettering and asked for a second opinion, a teleconference to consult. So I'm getting my tests sent to them. I'm going to book an appointment with MD Anderson because I have decided that I think that keto is the diet that I should be on, because keto is a diet that eliminates carbs and sugar from your diet. And there have been studies that prove that cancer cells need glucose, they need sugar, they need the carbs to thrive, and you can kill the little suckers off by not feeding them. So I want not to feed them, but I also don't want to go on a keto diet because it's very heavy in red meat, which is a carcinogen, or can be a carcinogen, and butter it has components that I don't want to deal with, that I don't want to bring back into my diet. It has grains and certain other things that I shouldn't have as a cancer patient. So MD Anderson has a service that you can work with a dietitian to determine your best cancer diet. So I am going to do that instead of trying to pretend I'm a dietitian and do all that myself. So I am doing what I can do now while we're still taking tests and still waiting for results and still trying to figure out what the best treatment plan is. And I'm going to try to make myself less tense by doing this, taking my breaks with my electronic stim machine and trying to meditate a little bit, which is difficult again because the mind does not clear. It goes to a dark place. So that's a little difficult. But I do have some wonderful lavender essential oils that a friend of mine makes, and they're wonderful. And just a few drops on my temples really are quite nice and relaxing. So and I'm going to be belly breathing. So I hope this all works, because I can't stand the pain. Is there a song? Can't stand the pain. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, day 22, almost over. And I've got to go eat something now, because I'm not allowed to eat after 5:30 in the morning because of the port installation. So, and I'm hungry. So, off to have some dinner.
If you liked this video or found it helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell.